Hey, wonderfuls. Welcome back to another episode of Helpers High by me, Tiffany, episode 28. And since we're in motion of the holiday season, this week that I'm sitting here on my couch is Sunday before Thanksgiving. So let's talk about that. But let's make sure that this episode is all about being thankful. All right. So I'm going to title this one Thankful for the Lessons, Even the Hard Ones. So let me start by something that I want to share with you. Honestly, I should make this a Tiff's tip. I possibly will. But since you're here with me now, we might as well share it here in the first, right? Because you're the people who keep showing up for me. So why not give it to you first? But hopefully you're subscribed, you share my episodes with your friends, you watch at some point. I mean, I do launch them every Monday, but watch at your own time. It is on YouTube with video, it's on Spotify and Apple as well. So Helpers High by Tiffany, tell a friend. Now, let's get into this one because I have a message for you. It's like a special delivery, something that I need to share with one of you or all of you. I don't know, but I need to say this because the year is ending and I need to make sure that we at least have this sealed in our minds. Nobody is doing you a favor by treating you well. Nobody is doing you a favor by respecting you. And you're not lucky when someone showed up for you. And you're definitely not lucky when someone loves you right. Those are all requirements to being my friend in a relationship with me, whatever the extent of the relationships are. Those are the basic requirements. You are absolutely worth the effort, and you have to know that. You're worth the love, you're worth the opportunity. Be grateful, of course, even humble, please. But don't you ever twist grateful into I must not deserve this. That's not what being grateful means. You are not the exception for God's goodness. You are the evidence of it, the overflow. So stop questioning whether you deserve blessings showing up in your life. Open your hands, receive it fully because you are worth every single good thing that was designed for you with your name on it. Okay? So that's my tips tip. Now let's get into this episode. Thanksgiving time. As you can see, my tree is up. I love Christmas. And listen, for those of you who are like, listen, it's Thanksgiving, it's not Christmas. I hear you. And I want you to live your best life in doing that. Thanksgiving is a day for me. Christmas is a season, a 60-day season. So, okay, it's Thanksgiving this week, and I am cooking. I have at least 20 to 25 coming over to dine here. We'll eat, we'll watch movies, we'll play games, a little competitive, but that's what we like to do on the holidays. We'll listen to music. Music is a staple in my life, as I shared with you guys before. So, this year, what I'm giving thanks for is that I have stopped the need to perform. Okay? So, we're not doing performative gratitude this year. Okay? We're doing real gratitude, the kind that comes with growth, clarity, healing, and finally telling the truth about who we are and what we need. Okay? That's what I'm thankful for. So, this year, I'm thankful for the lessons and, like I said, even the hard ones, even the ones that had me over here curled up on this couch, staring at the ceiling, like, so we're doing that, huh? We're just going to learn in public. We're going to learn as we go on the spot. Yep. Yes, we are. As I just said, you're worth the effort and you are worth the love. You're worth someone honoring your request. Not because you're needy, not because you're dramatic, but because you're human, and human connection requires clarity. Clarity is letting us know who's in it together, what the goal is, and then we come up with creative ways to get to said goal. Clarity is understanding where I stand in our relationship. Everyone's relationship needs to have clarity. All right, let's get into it. So think about the last time that you asked for what you need. Think about that for a second. Did it feel easy or was it scary? Huh. Now, if it felt scary, that's growth knocking. That's life saying time to trust yourself. And if somebody ever tries to make you feel guilty for having needs, they can get off at the next stop because this train isn't running on emotional manipulation anymore. You see me getting all feisty over here? Because I'm done. We are days away from 2025 being over. Yes. And we need to know clarity on what our role is to end this year successfully and begin 2026 on a new look, a new way of thinking, mindset completely changed for how we show up in 2026. The first thing that I'm thankful for this year, honestly, is creating boundaries. I put a lot of focus into creating boundaries this year. I've told you all about them so that you can do the same for yourself. Hopefully, your boundaries are working out for you, but mine are definitely working out. And you know how you know they're working out? Because people are starting to act different. Are you okay? I haven't seen you. Is everything fine? What's going on? Nothing. We're having a relationship, the kind that you probably wanted this whole time. I kept on giving you the extra. Now that I'm not giving it and you're not asking for it, it doesn't exist. That's what it is. That's the boundary. I don't mean any harm. I want goodwill for us all. There's more than enough room for us to be successful together. But there's no reason for me to put out 100% so that I can wait for your 25. So here we are. I'm learning them, I'm accepting them, and I'm speaking to them. I'm speaking to you about them. And I'm enforcing them without sending a follow up text that says, sorry for the way that came off. I'm not sorry. I didn't hurt anybody. I just pulled back a little bit. I pulled back a little bit because I questioned if you valued what I was actually putting out. Boundaries are not an attempt to keep people out. That's not what I'm doing. When they're done right, boundaries are an attempt to keep people in, but just at the distance that you need them to be. Whether it's my distance that I need from you or what you showed me you need from me. Boundaries work either way. It's like saying, I want you in my life. And guess what? I even value you. So let me teach you how to love me without losing me. That's what a boundary is. Are we good with that? I hope you're good with boundaries. I hope you've been making them. They're not meant to hurt feelings and they're not meant to disrupt your life. It's a simple boundary. Ask yourself, who in your life are you keeping by accident because you never told them what you actually need? You got to think about that one because that's a real thing. There are people that continue to kind of push those buttons, to say the least. But you don't tell them, you let it pass, and then you give them the pass. That's just who they are. That's just how they act. It's okay. It's Brenda. That's what she does. No. And I like using the name Brenda because currently in my life, I only have like one. I love her, but I don't see her often enough. So she knows I'm not specifically talking about her, but Brenda just seems like a good name. Tupac used it in his song, Brenda's Got a Baby. I like Brenda. All right, next question for you. Again, just a thought. Who left because you never communicated clearly? Do you realize that when clarity is not clear, when people don't know what you want from them, how you want the relationship to go, what you actually expect, they fall off too. Yeah. And guess what? That's your fault. Hmm. So again, HH, you know we are not victims. Some of the things that happened is because we chose. So relationships where people continuously cross your boundaries, most likely because they don't know what they're able to do, they don't fear consequences, and you haven't done shit to let them know that they shouldn't be doing what they're doing, except for talking crap when they leave. Yeah, you know, that's when you call your real friends. So you can tell them, can you believe what Brenda said? And yes, the person that is your true friend believes it because Brenda's been telling you things like this all along. She's been treating you wrong. She doesn't value you. She underestimates you. She doesn't belong in your life. But not for me to say, you want her there, you keep bringing her back. Listen, if they don't know better, you can't blame them. So let me lay it out honestly and clearly and lovingly. 9 out of 10 times, when you create a boundary, the person will stay. They actually respect you for it. Boundaries are not punishment, they're about protection. I keep saying that, right? And sometimes people need lessons in respecting you, and that's okay. You're teaching them how to treat you, period. Some people are terrified of boundaries, and I know because you have this fear. What if I say it and then they leave me? What if I say it and I hurt their feelings? What if I set this standard and they walk out of my life? Huh. For me, it was always if I speak up, will they think I'm too much? And there's a good chance, yes. Yes, they do think I'm too much. You need to stop hiding your needs in hopes to not lose people. They weren't supposed to be there anyway. Who has actually benefited from your silence? Usually it's not you. Okay. Your silence comes at a price. So if you think that person is worth it, continue doing that. I'm letting you know at the end of the night, I like to say, I need to sleep good. And there are people who stay up all night playing back things in their mind that they should have said. I should have told her. You're driving halfway across the city to go bring somebody chicken soup that would never do it for you. These are choices that you're making. Do you want to continue putting 100% of yourself out there for somebody who is capable of loving you better but chooses not to? I don't know. Now, there is a plot twist. Most people don't know enough about themselves to communicate properly. Okay? So, what you're actually asking for in your relationships, you need to be able to share clearly what you want, not what you think they want, not what you wanted this morning, what you want to see consistently happen. Because you can switch it up for today, but constantly, no, that's not sustainable. So you can teach someone your love language if you know what your love language is. I'm fine. I'm fine. It's okay. That's not a love language, by the way. And like I said, extra truth here, HH fam, because we are not victims. We have to be honest. Some of the chaos that you are living through isn't about anyone else. Yeah, I said it. If you assume people know what you need, you'll both walk away feeling frustrated. That's the end of the day. That's what happens. If you tell somebody what you need and they tell you to flip off, so what? Being in the relationship with them wasn't good the way it was. Being out will be a blessing to you. Most people will not do this to you. Hopefully, they value your relationship enough to stay and understand what you're asking for. Now, let me just say this for clearness. They still may push the button once or twice on accident because it's been such a repeated offense that it's going to be hard to get out of their system. Okay? I'm going to share with you this fun fact. Believe it or not, your haters don't hate you. They don't. They dislike the truth that you remind them of about themselves. And your growth highlights their stagnation. When you learn who the people are who resent you for progress, for actually moving forward, you should be thankful. It's something that's helpful to know. There are many, far too many people walking around with 3, 4, 5 people on their back, and they don't even know it. If you learn early who these people are who don't support you, don't see your dreams, don't consider you to be anything special when you are, it's much easier to let them stay where they are and you can visit them on holidays. Happy Thanksgiving. Happiness isn't found, it's created. And you have to remember that. You have to remember that. If you don't create happiness for yourself, life will have you chasing it forever, 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 forever. Stop chasing and start creating your own happiness. Life catches up and people who matter will stay. People who don't, leave, and be okay with that. I'm thankful for that lesson. So that was a big lesson for me. As you can see, I consumed a lot of your time listening to that. But I feel like there's so many parts about that lesson on being okay with boundaries. Boundaries is going to be what's going to get us to next level. So I spent a lot of time on it because I really do want you to understand the power of your boundaries. I think you got it now. You don't lose friends. You learn who was never really in your life for the right reasons to begin with. So think about this. Who left this year? Who stayed? And who do you actually want to be at your table next year? You know, Thanksgiving is an interesting one for me because we know that it's coming every year. Not really sure of the plans. We know that definitely good food is a part of Thanksgiving. We invite guests. Our guests invite their friends. And I'm always surprised when I look around the room on Thanksgiving Day, who's in that space. Pay attention to that. Hopefully this you watch prior to Thanksgiving. If not, hold it for Christmas. If you missed it, hold it for, I don't know, what's the next one that we eat together? Easter? Okay. But just think about this truthfully. Look around the room. It's a weird thing that happens to most of us. I don't know if it happens to you. You're going to find out this year or next year for Easter. Look around the room. It's so interesting because it's usually not people that you would have called together. I don't know how the friend comes in. I don't know how the last minute invite popped to their calendar, but it's never a group of people that you could have possibly thought of last year would be sitting here eating with you this year. It's wild. It's supposed to be that way. I love it. I love it. I just love it. I love it. It's the surprise of it all. I'm going to look forward to this. Today is Sunday, and I have a good idea of who's going to be at the table, but I'm always pleasantly surprised to see how did that come together. Last year, I would have never guessed. Oh my God. Okay, cool. So I say all of this, but I also want you to be mindful of the people who deserve to be at your table. You should be so proud of yourself, honestly. Growth is messy, guys, and life is messy. And gratitude isn't about ignoring that. It isn't about that at all. It's about honoring that you are still standing. You are a survivor, and you're better, and you're stronger, and you're smarter, and you're braver than you were this time last year. So as you sit around your Thanksgiving table, give thanks to your movement, to your progress. Yes, I know. It may not be what you thought was the plan, but like I like to say, God's plan, not mine. So I got to drop this before we wrap up because it's powerful. Again, what I'm calling powerful may not be powerful to you at all, but this is me, okay? I'll watch your podcast episode if you have powerful conversations as well. How about that? People complain about the thorn on a rose. They want the rose without the stem. They want the beauty without the cost. They want love without hard work, success without lonely mornings, leadership without tough choices. But here's the truth. The thorn is not a flaw. It's the price of the real thing. Excellence comes with edges, with limits, with effort, with feedback. People who want roses without thorns end up with plastic, no smell, pretty, safe, but useless flowers. And they're like, oh, but it never dies. So what? It's just a look. It's not doing anything. It's not growing. It's not smelling the room up. At least when an actual rose dies, you can use it to make potpourri. So it actually could live way longer. Anywho, you get it. They look nice, but they're protecting nothing. They teach nothing. If you want the rose, you take the stem. It's not going to be the easy way out, guys. That's not what we're asking for. You have to accept the hard part that goes with it, the thorn. You show up for it, you honor it, and that's where the real gratitude lives. So, for Thanksgiving week, I want you to know here's the clarity in what I'm actually thankful for this year. Of course, I'm thankful for you. I am so grateful that you continue to show up here for me. Thank you so much. In addition to that, I am thankful for the growth. I'm thankful for my own clarity. I'm thankful for the boundaries that I learned and have still continue to learn. I'm thankful for courage, confidence, the people who stayed, the people who left, the peace that comes with knowing my worth. Yeah. And like I said before, you're not here to be liked by everyone. You're here to be loved by the right ones. Keep showing up. You were never meant to be everyone's favorite flavor. You were meant to be your own. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Eat too much, laugh too loud, and set the boundaries. Choose peace and receive every good thing waiting for you because you are worth it. Together, we make magic.